Imagine this. You're Zeno, a trader from ancient Cyprus over 2,000 years ago. Life is good. You've got money, respect, and things are stable, or at least they seem to be. Then, out of nowhere, a huge storm hits while you're sailing. Your ship sinks, and with it goes everything you've ever worked for. You're left with nothing, floating in the middle of nowhere. Most of us would feel crushed, maybe even hopeless. But Zeno, he didn't look at this as the end of his life. Instead, he saw it as a new beginning. That shipwreck marked the start of something bigger, a way of thinking that would change his life and eventually inspire people everywhere. Instead of giving up, Zeno took his loss as a chance to start over. He created Stoicism, a philosophy that helps people find peace and strength no matter how tough life gets. So what is Stoicism all about? At its core, it's about controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. The Stoics understood that life is full of surprises, good and bad, and we can't control most of what happens. But we can control how we react to these events. Think about that. No one has power over everything around them, but we all have power over ourselves. Stoicism teaches us to face challenges with calm and courage, not by ignoring our feelings, but by managing them in a way that helps us grow. What makes Stoicism so powerful is that it wasn't just for philosophers and scholars. From the start, Stoicism was meant for everyone, whether you were rich, poor, powerful, or just an ordinary person. Zeno didn't keep his ideas hidden. He taught them in public spaces where anyone could listen and learn. This openness made Stoicism accessible. People like Epictetus, a former slave, Seneca, a wealthy politician, and even Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, all used Stoic ideas to improve their lives. Each of them found value in Stoicism because it didn't just help them think better, it helped them live better. A big part of Stoicism is about facing discomfort instead of running from it. The Stoics believed that hardship, even small challenges, could make us stronger. They encouraged people to try things like voluntary discomfort. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, sleeping on the floor, or skipping a meal. The idea wasn't to suffer on purpose, but to train ourselves to be okay, even when things aren't perfect. For example, let's say you decide to take the stairs instead of the elevator, or you skip your morning coffee. At first, it might seem annoying or inconvenient, but soon you learn two things. You can handle it, and you appreciate having the elevator or coffee even more. Small acts like these can build gratitude and resilience. Stoicism teaches that by learning to live with a little less, we prepare ourselves for tougher challenges. We stop fearing discomfort and instead see it as a teacher that helps us grow stronger and more at peace. Another important idea in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. It sounds complicated, but it's really simple. It's the idea that some things are within our control and some things aren't. For instance, think about social media. You can control the effort you put into a post, but once it's out there, people's reactions, likes, comments, shares, are out of your control. To a Stoic, success isn't measured by how people respond, it's about the effort you put into your work. By focusing only on what we can control, we gain a sense of peace. We don't need everyone's approval because we know our value comes from our actions, not from others' opinions. Today, we're constantly told we need more money, more things, more achievements. Stoicism suggests a different way. It teaches that true happiness isn't found in collecting more stuff, it's found in appreciating what we already have. Seneca, one of Stoicism's famous thinkers, believed that when we learn to live with less, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and inner peace. By needing less, we gain more time and energy to build a life that feels complete from the inside. Stoicism also encourages setting goals that are personal and meaningful. Let's say you work hard for a promotion, putting in extra hours and doing your best. When you finally ask your boss about it, they say no. If your happiness depends on that promotion, you might feel upset, maybe even bitter. But if you're thinking like a Stoic, you'll realize that the decision isn't in your hands. You take pride in your hard work, and use it as motivation to keep improving. Stoicism teaches us that our self-worth doesn't depend on others' approval or rewards. We still aim high, but we measure success by our efforts and growth, not by what others think. At the center of Stoicism are four main values: wisdom, courage, self-control, and justice. Each one has a special role in helping us live a balanced life. Wisdom helps us see things clearly and focus on what we can control. Courage gives us the strength to face challenges. Self-control teaches us that real wealth isn't in having more, but in needing less. Justice guides us to treat others fairly and with kindness, reminding us that we're all connected in this world. In fact, Stoicism has even influenced modern psychology. Techniques like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy are based on Stoic principles. REBT helps people reframe their negative thoughts, which is something the Stoics practiced. And logotherapy, developed by Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist, focuses on finding meaning, even in suffering. Stoicism teaches us how to handle life's difficulties, helping us become stronger and more at peace through both good times and bad. In today's world, many people chase happiness by trying to get more things: more money, more approval, more success. Stoicism offers another way. Instead of looking for happiness outside, it encourages us to find it within. When we tie our happiness to things we can't control, like wealth or others' opinions, we give away our power. Stoicism teaches us that happiness comes from who we are, not what we have. When we focus on what we can control, our actions, our thoughts, our responses, we open the door to a calm, peaceful life, no matter what's going on around us. Throughout history, Stoicism has inspired countless people. From Epictetus, a former slave who became a respected teacher, to Nelson Mandela, who held on to similar ideas during his years in prison, Stoicism has been a guide to strength and peace. Mandela's choice to forgive after 27 years of imprisonment shows the Stoic values of courage and resilience. His example shows us that Stoicism isn't just an idea, it's a way of living that helps us face challenges with bravery and respond with wisdom. In the end, Stoicism is about finding calm in a chaotic world. Epictetus once said, "The chief task in life is this: to separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." This reminds us that peace doesn't come from controlling everything around us, it comes from controlling ourselves. When we learn to focus on what we can change and let go of what we can't, we find a steady, lasting calm. It's a small change in how we think, but it opens up a life filled with clarity, strength, and a deeper kind of happiness.